If you missed part 1 where I went into detail about 33-year-old British Williams from the reality TV show Basketball Wives LA, a federal judge sentenced British to 4 years in prison on 15 federal charges. If you missed that video, go ahead and check out the link below. I told you about one of her friends that was clearly out of order. Don't know her name, but for this story, I'm calling her Rottweiler. British and her entourage came waddling out the courthouse looking like the Baby Bop BBL battalion, honestly just minding their business. British on the phone trying to look important. It was all good. She and the other ladies understood the assignment. They knew the game plan, like let's walk out the door, don't say a word to the reporters, make sure Kiki got the car pulled up on the curb so we can all hop in and slide. I'm telling you, they had the game plan figured out. But it's always that one Nimrod you can count on to go off course. You know, the most rebellious of all the rebels, and that was Rottweiler. Rottweiler decided she was going to run up in the cameraman's face. That was local St. Louis reporter Robert Kroll. It was so embarrassing. British and the rest of the game had to whistle for Rottweiler to leave the reporter alone, and that's when she ran and got into the car.
Please, go. Move the camera already. Well, you be in the case.
That whole scene reminded me of the time Carly Russell's mama ran up on JLR.
Carly Russell, why did you lie? Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. Why did you lie, Carly Russell? Why did you lie to the public? Why did you blame a white man? Why did you blame a white man? Why did you blame a white man? Don't touch my phone, lady. Lady, don't touch my phone. Don't touch my phone. Why did you, Miss Russell, why did you grab my phone? Why did you grab my phone, Miss Russell? Why did you lie to national television? Why did you lie to national television, Miss Russell? Why? Why did you go on national television and lie?
Yeah, Carly Russell's mama did the same thing. After her daughter had everybody fighting over her, looking for her all over Alabama and the neighboring states, while Carly Smollett was wrapped up in some leaves and toilet paper in the woods eating Cheez-Its, talking about Chucky and the bride kidnapped her. Remember, it was Chucky, his bride, and their son walking along that Alabama highway in that diaper.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there is a kid just walking by themselves.
Yeah, after all of that, Carly's mama got mad at the media for reporting it. I mean, they really got a vendetta against the media when they're the ones who did that interview after Carly came home lying. And my thing is this, when she came back home and you realized her story made no sense, y'all should have never done that interview unless you told the truth about what happened.
Carly has given detectives her statement so that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely.
And instead of slapping somebody's cell phone, you should have been mad at your daughter for humiliating the family. British's friend did the same thing. Get mad at the media for reporting the story when your friend was the one out here committing the crime. I'll speak more on this whole ridiculous interaction with the reporter and the woman that was with British. But first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. The lesson for today is sometimes you gotta cut some people off. Some of y'all have too many stragglers hanging around your circle and you wonder why you can't progress in life. You have people around you that won't hold you accountable, and as long as you have them around, you will continue to hustle backwards. So, British had her domesticated friend guarding her as she walked out of the federal court building after being sentenced to 4 years in prison. The friend didn't want the reporter to record them, so she ran up on him. One, I'll never understand why she's mad at the news reporter for doing his job. He wasn't being rude, wasn't even talking to her. He was just recording on his camera like any other field reporter would do. When you have a reality television star on a high-profile case, this is expected. But no, she's mad. Up there pump faking and left her left whole side of her face wide open. Like, girl, how you run up on somebody and leave your whole face open? I mean, if the guy wanted to defend himself and he reached out and touched you, it would have been a clear open shot. But yeah, we all know she did that because she knew the reporter wouldn't do anything. Now let her try that on Pookie and see what happens. Or better yet, I think she's got more sense than that. I don't think she'll ever try Pookie like that. Pookie was up there playing with that reporter man because she knew that he was professional. She could probably do whatever and he's only going to keep recording her. A dedicated cameraman, he's going to get the shot. And then she would have been arrested right outside that federal courthouse. Which is just silly, by the way. However, it shows the type of company that British had around her. If you saw my report on British about 2 years ago, you already know that she's unruly too. Really bad attitude, aggressive, toxic behavior. She used to put hands on her baby daddy, and he's like 7 feet tall. Okay, Lorenzo Gordon is like 6'7", but that's close enough. Like, what 5-foot-something woman will go step into any man, let alone a man that's 6'7"? Yeah, you definitely are who you hang around. And this flamingo's behavior, I'm talking about this bird behavior, that's who British is. Or at least that's how she's portrayed herself on reality TV and on social media. Which is why I'm not surprised by her hanging around people like Rottweiler. Hey British, I got an idea for you.
A 31-year-old dad from Kentucky causing a big discussion over he handles taking his 5-year-old quintuplets out in public. Very simply, he puts them on a leash.
Oh, they're so cute.
He says it allows them to leave the house and do fun stuff without being stressed. They're all going to run off. Before the leash, they used a big 6-seat stroller, but it was too bulky. The kids wanted to walk. A lot of parents, though, have called him out online. So let's go with the parent on the panel right now, Sharin. Kids on a leash, like it or not.
Maybe, just maybe, you should get one for your friend since she want to run around throwing tantrums like a 2-year-old. Yeah, that's a good idea for Rottweiler. Okay, all jokes aside, if you got to do all that, you need to just cut her off. She's a liability, seriously. Her friend was 100% out of order, and you had people like comedian Yamanika up there praising her, congratulating her friend in the name of protecting Black women. Again, another Nimrod. Black girl, stop talking about protect Black women when it was nothing to protect her from. Nobody physically threatened them. And for the people like her, y'all gotta stop overusing that crying wolf. Because when women really have an issue, it's gonna be hard to believe them. You are sabotaging the women in situations that really need to be protected with all this fake stuff and unnecessary drama. But yeah, you can't take people like her nowhere. Y'all gotta leave her out on Natural Bridge somewhere. St. Louis, y'all know what I'm talking about. This one right here, she cannot leave St. Louis. Just go ahead and keep her there or send her down the road with British. Listen, you are who you hang around. And a lot of y'all got some people tagging along that you need to cut off. You cannot grow and you're stuck in the same mindset, the same life, the same failure, because you keep failure all around you. You will never see a shift in your mindset until you cut the stragglers loose. Shout out to everyone who commented on the last video. Rudy Reed said the fact that she's rolling up trying to punch a man is crazy. This man is doing his job. Just imagine if he was in the same mindset of that bus driver. I think we all know the story that he's talking about. Then shout out to Ty B. She said her friend should have protected her from herself and put hands on British like she tried to do that reporter before she committed fraud. Javaris said, why the friend mad, LMAO? Your friend is a criminal. And of course, we always have the short bus shawties coming in trying to run interference. And you know, sometimes I just can't. Coming up in here asking this silly behind question, talking about how did she scam? Miss Silly, do you not watch the video or do you not comprehend it? See, this is why I pray for the teachers of America every day. You teachers out there have more patience than anybody in the world. You have to put up with the kids raised by people like this woman right here. And then on parent teacher night, if they could take time out of their Real Housewives of Atlanta or their Basketball Wives TV schedule to come see about their own kids. You gotta put up with them at parent teacher night. Bless the teachers all over America. The bus drivers, staff, paraprofessionals, the janitors, the security, the cafeteria crew, the administrators, bless all of you. Then this rebel was going back and forth in the comments, not only taking up for British, but she was also taking up for Rottweiler too. She said some reporters do too much though, but everyone scams. They have been doing white collar crimes for years. I'm not taking up for her, I'm just speaking facts. Like, ma'am, stop it with all this baby bot bimbo babble. Lady, you sound crazy. Talk about everybody scams. Ma'am, speak for yourself and don't be up here on the FBI's internet telling on yourself and insinuating that you and everybody around you is scamming. Y'all have to stop defending foolishness. Stop with all these crazy tactics, the deflection. People like this will never get better. They cannot be held accountable, and this is why they will stay in the same place. And shout out to Rachel, who responded to the whole Yamanika comment about protecting Black women. She said, Black women protecting Black women from the consequences of their own actions. She went on to say, I am glad I have friends that hold me accountable. Shaking my head. A lot of you have a bunch of yes men and yes women in your circle, and that is not helping you. By doing that, you are sabotaging yourself. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started below in the comments. What is the issue with this woman right here and women like comedian Yamanika doing whatever they can to protect and defend bad behavior? Like, when will this ever stop? Tell me what you think about this below. Shout out to Jeannie. I appreciate you for your support. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.